Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to start our class with a beautiful story. Children, are you ready to enjoy the story? Okay, here the story is. Once upon a time there was a kingdom. In the kingdom there was a king who had a son. The son was spoiled because of the bad company he kept of his friends. The king warned him that if he keeps the same company, he would also develop the bad habits of his bad company. And when he grows up and becomes a king, he would not be a good ruler. But his son didn't give attention to his father. One day there came a saint in the kingdom. He was known for his wisdom and knowledge. So this king approached the saint and told him about his son. He said to the saint, "Oh great saint, I don't know what to do with my son. I am so unhappy and sad. He keeps bad company and I am worried that he might become a bad king when he grows up. Can you do something about it?" The saint said to the king, "Oh, king, send him to me. Let me see what I can do for your son. Don't worry." Next day, king sent his son to the saint. When son arrived, he said to the saint, "Oh, saint, please don't tell me to leave my friends. I am not going to do that whatever you say. I am not going to say that whatever you say. Please don't even try." Saint smiled and said, "No, no, son. I am not going to tell you to leave your friends. I am just going to show you a small experiment." By listening to the word experiment, son got interested in what Saint had to say. Saint took 3 pots of glass and put it in front of the prince. In one pot, Saint put a powder of charcoal. In the second pot, Saint put a powder of chalk. And in the third pot, the saint put the powder of sandalwood. And then he asked the son to pour little water in each of that pot. As this prince put that water inside those pots, he observed that as soon as he put water into the pot which had the powder of charcoal, water turned black. As soon as he put water inside the pot which had the powder of chalk, the water became white. And as soon as he put some water inside the pot which had the powder of sandalwood, water got mixed with sandalwood and started smelling really well. After this, saint said to the prince, "What do you understand from this, son?" Prince had got the message. He said, "Oh saint, now I know I am like water, and I am going to adopt and observe the qualities of the company that I keep. Although water which first put in all 3 pots was set, it just changed according to what it came in contact with. I got my lesson, oh Lord Saint, and I will make sure that from this day onward I will keep only good company with me." Hearing this, the saint said, "Prince, I am glad that you got your lesson. Please remember, when you grow old and become king, it is not just your life, but the life of the people inside your kingdom. which is to be looked after, and that is why the king of the kingdom is to have lot of qualities and learn to keep good company. So, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is always make sure what company you keep, because that company will ultimately decide your character. I think you enjoyed the story. Is it? Yes. What lesson did you learn from the story? Yes, you must be aware of the bad company. Okay. Do you remember the topic that is related to this moral that I already taken? Very good. The name of the topic, A Tale of Two Birds. What is the name of the topic? A Tale of Two Birds, from your supplementary reader, A Pact with the Sun. Okay. So today I am going to revise the topic and giving notes for the same. Let's revise the topic, A Tale of Two Birds. There once lived a bird and her two newborn babies in a forest. They had a nest in a tall, shady tree, and there the mother bird took care of her little ones day and night. One day there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning, and rain, and the wind blew down many trees. The tall tree in which the birds lived also came down. A big, heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird. Fortunately for the baby birds, the strong wind blew them away to the other side of the forest. One of them came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. The other landed outside a Rishi's ashram, a little distance away. So, this story is all about a mother bird and her two young ones in a forest. So, the mother bird was taking care of her babies in a tall, shady tree. One day, a fierce storm came and it made all the trees fall down. A big branch hit the nest and the mother bird was killed. But luckily, the baby birds were blown away to the other side of the forest and were saved. One of them reached a cave of robbers. The other one landed near a Rishi's ashram. Days passed, and the baby birds became big birds. One day, the king of the country came to the forest to hunt. He saw a deer and rode after it. It ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. Soon the king lost his way and didn't know where he was. So, after a few days, the baby birds became bigger. One day, the king of the country reached the forest. He was hunting. While hunting, he noticed a deer and started chasing it. The deer ran far away into the forest. Chasing the deer on horse, the king lost his way. Chasing the deer on horse, the king lost his way. He rode on for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. Very tired by now, he got off his horse and sat down under a tree that stood near a cave. Suddenly he heard a voice cry out, "Quick, hurry up! There is someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse. Hurry, or else he will slip away." The king was amazed. He looked up and saw a big brown bird on the tree under which he was sitting. He also heard faint noises issuing from the cave. He quickly got on to his horse and rode away as fast as he could. So the king kept riding and reached the other side of the forest. He got down from his horse as he was tired and sat under a tree near the cave. Where was the tree? The tree was near the cave. All of a sudden, he heard a voice asking to be quick and drop the person outside of his everything jewel's horse. The king was surprised to hear that and looked up to check. He noticed a big brown bird on the tree and faint noises coming from the cave. Quickly he mounted the horse and ran away. Mounted means rode. So quickly he rode the horse and ran away. Soon he came to a clearing which looked like an ashram. It was the Rishi's ashram. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in its shade. Suddenly he heard a gentle voice announce, "Welcome to the ashram, sir. Please go inside and rest. The Rishi will be back soon. There's some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable." The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. He was amazed. "This one looks like the other bird outside the cave," he said to himself loudly. So soon the king reached an ashram. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in its shade. Here he heard a soft voice which greeted him and asked him to come inside and take a rest. It also told him to have cold water from the pot and be at ease till the Rishi comes. Surprised, the king looked up to check and again found a similar big brown bird in the tree. "You're right, sir," answered the bird. "He is my brother, but he has made friends with robbers. He now talks all they do. He doesn't talk to me anymore." Just then the Rishi entered the ashram. So the bird told the king that he was right. The bird was his brother, but had befriended robbers. He too had become like them. The bird added that he and his brother no longer talked to each other. Just then the Rishi entered the ashram. "Welcome, sir," he said to the king. "Please come inside and make yourself at home. You look tired. Rest for a while. Then you can share my food." Next, the Rishi greeted the king and requested him to come inside and be at ease. He also offered to share his food. The king told the Rishi the story of the two birds and how each had behaved so differently, though they looked so alike. "The forest is full of surprises," he said. So the king explained the different behaviors of the two birds who looked alike. He added that the forest was full of such surprises. The holy man smiled and said, "After all, one is known by the company one keeps. That bird has always heard the talk of robbers. He imitates them and talks about robbing people. This one has repeated what he has always heard. He welcomes people to the ashram. Now come inside and rest. I will tell you more about this place and these birds." So the Rishi smiled and explained the impact of the company one keeps. The bird who heard robbers was repeating their words, and the one who was with the Rishi was speaking softly and was greeting the people. The Rishi asked the king to take rest and offered to tell him. Let's discuss the notes for the topic. First one, synonyms. First one, synonyms. The very first word, forest. Very first word, forest, means jungle. Forest jungle. So, the example sentence for forest. The elephants rampaged through the forest. The elephants rampaged through the forest. And an example sentence for jungle. The lion is often called the king of the jungle. The lion is often called the king of the jungle. So, forest, jungle. Forest, jungle. Second one, shady. Second one, shady. Meaning shielded from sun. Shielded from sun. Shady, shielded from sun. Example sentence for shady. The forest looked cool and shady. The forest looked cool and shady. Example sentence for shielded from sun. The sudden brightness blinded her and she shielded her eyes. The sudden brightness blinded her and she shielded her eyes. So, shady, shielded from sun. Forest, jungle. Forest, jungle. Shady, shielded from sun. Shady, shielded from sun. Third one, little ones. Meaning babies. Little ones, babies. Little ones, babies. Example sentence for little ones. The little ones were quite enthusiastic. The little ones were quite enthusiastic. Example sentence for baby. The baby sat in his high chair. The baby sat in his high chair, bubbling happily. Little ones, babies. Forest, jungle. Shady, shielded from sun. Little ones, babies. Fourth one, storm. Fourth one, storm. Meaning wild wind. Wild wind. Storm, wild wind. Example sentence. The sky began to darken as the storm approached. The sky began to darken as the storm approached. Wild wind. A tempest raged with a wild wind and beating rain. A tempest raged with a wild wind and beating rain. So, storm meaning wild wind. Storm, wild wind. Forest, jungle. Shady, shielded from sun. Little ones, babies. Storm, wild wind. Fifth one, thunder. Fifth one, thunder. Meaning roar of clouds. Roar of clouds. Thunder, roar of clouds. Thunder, roar of clouds. Example sentence. There was a loud crash of thunder and large drops of rain started falling. There was a loud crash of thunder and large drops of rain started falling. One more example. A dark cloud suddenly blotted out the sun. A dark cloud suddenly blotted out the sun. So, thunder, roar of clouds. Thunder, roar of clouds. Sixth one, hit. Hit meaning struck. Hit, struck. Example sentence. He raised the hammer and hit the bell. He raised the hammer and hit the bell. Example sentence for struck. Two torpedoes stuck below the water line. Two torpedoes struck below the water line. So hit, struck. Hit, struck. Forest, jungle. Shady, shielded from sun. Little ones, babies. Storm, wild wind. Thunder, roar of clouds. Hit, struck. Seventh one, fortunately. Fortunately meaning luckily. Fortunately, luckily. And an example sentence for fortunately. Fortunately, the train was late, so we did not miss it. Fortunately, the train was late, so we did not miss it. For luckily, the museum was not damaged by the earthquake. Luckily, the museum was not damaged by the earthquake. Eighth one, gang. Eighth one, gang. Meaning group. Meaning group. Gang, group. Example sentence for gang. A gang taunted a disabled man. A gang taunted a disabled man. Group. They are a small but noisy pressure group. They are a small but noisy pressure group. So gang, group. Forest, jungle. Shady, shielded from sun. Little ones, babies. Storm, wild wind. Thunder, roar of clouds. Hit, struck. Fortunately, luckily. Gang, group. Ninth one, imitates. Ninth one, imitates. Mean act like. Act like. Imitates, act like. Example sentence. Some of the younger pop bands try to imitate their musical heroes from the past. Some of the younger pop bands try to imitate their musical heroes from the past. Some of the younger pop bands try to imitate their musical heroes from the past. The student tried to act like he knew the answer. The student tried to act like he knew the answer. So imitates, act like. Imitates, act like. 10th one, faint. Lose consciousness. Faint, lose consciousness. Example sentence. The lamp gave out a faint glow. The lamp gave out a faint glow. Lose consciousness. The pilot had lost consciousness because of oxygen starvation. The pilot had lost consciousness because of oxygen starvation. So faint, lose consciousness. Forest, jungle. Forest, jungle. Shady, shielded from sun. Shady, shielded from sun. Little ones, babies. Little ones, babies. Storm, wild wind. Storm, wild wind. Thunder, roar of clouds. Thunder, roar of clouds. Hit, struck. Hit, struck. Fortunately, luckily. Fortunately, luckily. Gang, group. Gang, group. Imitates, act like. Imitates, act like, faint, lose consciousness, faint, lose consciousness. Next Roman, antonyms. Next one, antonyms. First one, heavy. Opposite, small. Heavy, small. Example sentence for heavy. He is always ready to take on heavy responsibilities. He is always ready to take on heavy responsibilities. Example sentence for small. She packed a small suitcase for the weekend. She packed a small suitcase for the weekend. So heavy, small. Second one, lost, seen. Lost opposite, seen. Lost opposite, seen. Example sentence for lost. It is lost labor to sow where there is no soil. It is lost labor to sow where there is no soil. For seen, I have never seen such horrific injuries. I have never seen such horrific injuries. So lost, seen. Heavy, small. Lost, seen. Third one, deep, shallow. Deep, shallow. Deep, shallow. Example sentence for deep. She had just woken from a deep sleep. She had just woken from a deep sleep. Example sentence for shallow. The river became too narrow and shallow to navigate. The river became too narrow and shallow to navigate. Fourth one, tired. Fourth one, tired. Opposite, active. Tired, active. Tired, active. Example sentence for tired. My legs were tired after so much walking. My legs were tired after so much walking. Tired, active. Example for active. I had an active social life when I was at college. I had an active social life when I was at college. So tired, active. Heavy, small. Lost, seen. Deep, shallow. Tired, active. Fifth one, say harsh. Gentle, harsh. Example sentence for gentle. After a little gentle persuasion, he agreed to come. After a little gentle persuasion, he agreed to come. And the example sentence for harsh. Many misfortunes came on us during that harsh winter. Many misfortunes came on us during that harsh winter. Gentle, harsh. Gentle, harsh. Next, comfortable, unsuited. Comfortable, unsuited. Okay, example sentence for comfortable. Pretty and comfortable rooms overlook a flower-filled garden. Pretty and comfortable rooms overlook a flower-filled garden. Okay, unsuited. This house is unsuited for a family with a lot of children. This house is unsuited for a family with a lot of children. Comfortable, unsuited. Heavy, small. Lost, seen. Deep, shallow. Tired, active, gentle, harsh, comfortable, unsuited. Seventh one, friend. Opposite, stranger. Friend, stranger. Friend, stranger. Example sentence for friend. Without a friend, the world is wilderness. Without a friend, the world is wilderness. Without a friend, the world is wilderness. Stranger. He is a complete stranger to me. He was a complete stranger to me. So, friend, stranger. Next one, rest, action, rest, action. So, example sentence for rest. When the belly is full, the bones would be at rest. When the belly is full, the bones would be at rest. Example sentence for action. Life is measured by thought and action, not by time. Life is measured by thought and action, not by time. So, rest, action. Ninth one, surprise. Opposite, expectation. Surprise, expectation. Surprise, expectation. Example for surprise. Time will bring a surprise if you believe. Time will bring a surprise if you believe. Example for expectation. The cost of the vacation surpassed my expectation. The cost of the vacation surpassed my expectation. So, surprise, expectation. 10th one, robbed. Opposite, be honest. Robbed, be honest. Example sentence for rob. They can never restore that World Series they robbed us of. They can never restore that World Series they robbed us of. Example for be honest. To be honest, the house is not quite our style. To be honest, the house is not quite our style. So, robbed, be honest. Heavy, small. Heavy, small. Lost, seen. Lost, seen. Deep, shallow. Deep, shallow. Tired, active. Tired, active. Gentle, harsh. Gentle, harsh. Comfortable, unsweeted. Comfortable, unsweeted. Friend, stranger. Friend, stranger. Rest, action. Rest, action. Surprise, expectation. Surprise, expectation. Robbed, be honest. Robbed. Next one, answer the following. First question, where do the two baby birds live with their mother? Where do the two baby birds live with their mother? The two baby birds live in a tall and shady tree. The two baby birds live in a tall and shady tree. Where do the two baby birds live with their mother? The two baby birds live in a tall and shady tree. Second question, how were the two birds separated? How were the two birds separated? The two birds were separated by a strong wind. The two birds were separated by a strong wind. How were the two birds separated? The two birds were separated by a strong wind. Where do the two baby birds live with their mother? The two baby birds live in a tall and shady tree. How were the two birds separated? The two birds were separated by a strong wind. Third question, Where did each of them find a home? Where did each of them find a home? One of the young birds found its home near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. The other bird landed outside the ashram of a rishi at a little distance. One of the young birds found its home near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. The other bird landed outside the ashram of a rishi at a little distance. Where did each of them find a home? One of the young birds found its home near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. The other bird landed outside the ashram of a rishi at a little distance. Fourth question. Why did the king go to the forest? Why did the king go to the forest? Answer. What is the answer? The king went to the forest for hunting. The king went to the forest for hunting. Why did the king go to the forest? The king went to the forest for hunting. Fifth question. Why did the king go near the cave? Why did the king go near the cave? The king lost his way in the forest and was exhausted. Exhausted means tired. So, the king lost his way in the forest and was exhausted. To take some rest, he got down the horse and went to find a resting place near the cave. The king lost his way in the forest and was exhausted. To take some rest, he got down the horse and went to find a resting place near the cave. Again, why did the king go near the cave? The king lost his way in the forest and was exhausted. To take some rest, he got down the horse and went to find a resting place near the cave. Next question. Why was the king amazed? Why was the king amazed? The king was amazed to hear a similar voice of a bird again. The king was amazed to hear a similar voice of a bird again. Why was the king amazed? The king was amazed to hear a similar voice of a bird again. Let me give you the summary for the topic. This story is all about the mother bird and her two newborn babies. The mother died in a storm, and the sons got separated from each other in the thunderstorm. Due to the strong wind, the tall tree that they lived on also fell and they were blown away to the other side of the forest. One of them reached near a gang of robbers and the other one landed near the Rishi's ashram. One day a king got exhausted while following a deer. He came and sat under the tree near the cave of robbers. There the king heard a big brown bird's voice. It was calling the robbers to rob the king. The king hurriedly got up from there and rode away. He reached near the Rishi's ashram. Here again he heard the bird's voice, but it was a complete contrast to what he heard earlier. This bird asked the king to take rest inside the ashram and wait for the rishi to come. The king was amazed to see the similar appearance of the birds, but this voice was too gentle. The bird told the king that his brother had learnt that language from the robbers. When the Rishi came, the king shared the story of the birds with him. The Rishi smiled and said that it was the impact of the company that was being reflected on the behavior of the birds. The bird was not at fault. He was just repeating what he had heard, and the forest was full of varied surprises.